a show called Gears of the Guitarist where two people play video games. Enjoy!
This episode, theories! Goodbye!
I didn't know you were gonna do that! That's fucking perfect!
I was not prepared for that.
I wasn't either.
That was not planned. That was not coordinated whatsoever.
Oh my god. You got some pots in here? No, you got hearts.
They got what?
Hearts.
Hearts? Hey, is that the evil? Is that the villain?
Yes.
The villain of Hearts? Hearts?
Yes.
Pronounced like it looks. So, what if you do all of this stuff, you get really sick of doing people's shit, going in their house and breaking their pots, you're basically already a villain. Okay. And then you could, like, become...
Oh shit, I have a witness!
Oh shit!
You saw me break the pots! I can't... This is inside a house, so I can't hurt you, so...
Get her hair.
Your hair is mine!
Get hair, cut it.
Oh shit, I talked to her, even worse.
Oh no, and now we're stuck.
No!
This will be the end of Village, being stuck in talking bubble screens.
Come on, I don't care!
You gotta go be villainous, lady.
Okay, so we're the villain, right?
I'm just saying, I think that would be pretty goddamn cool. Like, if they were to make a game alternative, somebody out there makes an alternative version of the game.
Oh, this game?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, somebody made like a custom mod for this game where it's like
you become,
just like a ROM hack.
You become evil.
It's
like you find Ganon, and
Ganon senpai, teach me. I want you to notice me, and then you kill him after a while.
The entire time you're going through everything in a bad villainous way. And you get to Ganon, he's like, dude, calm down.
Calm down.
Be a real dick right now. Like, holy shit, you've done a lot of bad things.
And then Ganon becomes the hero of
yes,
time.
and then they're like, Ganon's like, wait a minute, you're way too evil, man. You gotta go. And then you
gotta go.
you gotta leave the house. I'll call the police. And then you fight and kill him. And then you take over, and you become worse than Ganon.
Oh man,
I think that would make for a pretty fucking interesting game. Like it wouldn't be the exact same as like Ocarina or Majora's Mask or whatever game you want to make it out of.
Right.
But it would be something along those lines.
Oh man, I would have so much fun with that. I would have so much fun with that. I wonder if there are like Zelda ROM hacks.
Well, they got those. You got one, the Game Boy version.
Yeah,
where you join Team Rocket. And
yeah, I've got that the Pokemon bootleg.
See, that's what I would want, is something like that. It's different dialogue most of the time, and you know the plot's just a little bit different. I think that would be just so cool.
I'd love that. I'd love that.
Or, well, now I'm getting into like way too in depth, and this would probably cost me like way too much time or money for someone. Well, but like a Mass Effect style Legend of Zelda, where you could become the bad guy, or you could become the good guy, or you could become someone neutral. Here's something that I always thought was really interesting. I have an idea for like a book. Okay. And I don't know if I'd ever do anything with it really. I'd like to think that I would sometime. But the idea for this book I had was there is some sort of corporation that takes over America. Okay. And not through like force, not through just taking over, but they become so powerful in like their profits and what they do that they even end up running the behind the scenes stuff and like the politics of things to better suit them. Okay. Like, imagine if Walmart became just this giant superpower.
Dude, have you ever watched like Mr. Robot?
No.
It's like they have something like that in there, and the main guy he's pretty much psychotic, honestly, but he's like this super smart hacker. But in his head, because he works for the company, it's called E Corp. But in his head, he calls it Evil Corp. And since he's the main character of the show, he hears everyone calling it Evil Corp. So like you can just it'll be like he'll be at work and be like, "Yo, we need this stuff for Evil Corp." And it's like, ha ha ha.
Well, here's the rest of it though.
Okay.
So maybe stop fucking interrupting people. Like,
sorry.
Goddamn stories.
Sorry,
Mr. Oh, I hate being interrupted and getting a pissy mood whenever anyone interrupts me 5 times in a row. You little bitch. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I love you too.
Here's what I leave off. So this evil corporation basically becomes like the Illuminati and shit.
Okay.
And its front to people who are basically oblivious. It's just a store. It's just a giant store that you can go to for all your needs. Basically Walmart.
Okay.
Like, I mean, yes, I came up with this idea where I'm working at Walmart.
While you were, okay.
So, okay, but seriously, though, like, it's just like everyone thinks, oh, what a great company, we love it. And one day, there's this guy, this regular average guy, who works there.
All right.
Literally nothing special about this son of a bitch. And he works at the main headquarters store. Like, it's a store in the front or at the base, and then there's like a tower. There's like some. No. It's still a store, I think. It's just a giant fucking store.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the biggest store in all the land. And that's where he works. And one day there's an attack. What they end up calling a terrorist attack. But really it's people who know that this evil corporation is just evil. And they're trying to attack it and stop it from being an evil controlling corporation.
Okay.
And the store they're in gets locked down. They don't let anybody in or out, all that kind of stuff. But all the terrorists are inside and like are rounding up people and trying to find the main boss man of the whole company.
Okay.
And this guy basically goes to like one of his hiding places and like hides from it all and doesn't want to like do anything. He doesn't want to be captured by the terrorist guys. So sooner or later, he decides like he can't just sit around and do anything. Like he can't sit there and do nothing because he overhears them talking about how they're gonna be killing hostages.
Okay.
And he figures it's either he can get found or go get killed, and maybe like live.
Okay.
And like it kind of would be like a psychological thriller.
All right, I like to see that.
And it builds all the way up to certain events. And I feel like if I make this book one day, you could just come to this video and like get all the spoilers. But you know what, I'm gonna say them anyway. At the end of it, like, well, no, I'll go through this whole fucking book idea with you.
Okay.
So like the first time he has to go do something, he has to take out a guard. He needs like a gun. He needs to defend himself.
Okay.
All he's got is a fucking box cutter. That's all he has for his job. And he's hiding in his spot, and this guard walks by. And he's like, alright, maybe I can take this guy down. And he goes to try to, like, attack him. Like, it's like a big build-up to him gaining the courage to try to jump out and attack him and kill him with the knife and everything. And it goes horribly fucking wrong.
Okay.
He fucks it up big time. Obviously, this terrorist is a bit more trained than he is in military tactics and shit. And he kicks his fucking ass. And he gets very lucky and, you know, ends up killing him in a way right before the guard, the terrorist, can, like, radio to someone for help and say, like, hey, we've got a straggler here trying to kill me. So he takes the guard's gun, or the terrorist's gun.
Okay.
And then you know, more stuff like that happens throughout this entire thing. It's like, it's almost like a very strategic, like, think about it kind of book. And he gets to the end, and in case you ever think that this book might fucking ever be made and you want to actually read the whole thing, you should probably end it right here, right now, of listening to the story of my book. But here's the thing. So he gets to the end.
Okay.
And he gets into the room and finds the leader of this like terrorist rebel group and the main leader of the corporation.
Okay.
And like he's the one who has like the gun on them. And this is where it kind of makes a really cool choice. because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. There are 3 choices. He can either kill the main leader of the corporation and destroy like all the servers and the files and everything to try to begin to take it down, and like join with this terrorist rebel guy.
Okay.
Or he can kill the leader of the rebel group and, you know, secure a pretty nice cozy spot at this giant evil corporation and live comfortably. You know, kind of like that greedy option.
Okay.
Or, and here's where I think I like it more, he doesn't want any of that.
Okay.
So he kills them both and walks away and pretends like nothing happened and like goes back to hiding until all of it's over. And then like continues to go live his life somewhere else after everything is done and settled.
I like that.
Now, like I don't know what choice I would go with, but I think that of course I can say, yeah, I like my own book idea, but I don't know. I got into it one day and started thinking about it thoroughly, and I started to really enjoy it.
I actually, because I really want to make a comic book, but I am no good at drawing.
Well, yes.
So I need somebody to help me out with that. But I actually have 3 comic books I've written now, summary-wise, and one of them even more than summary. And like, I don't know if I'll ever make it, so I don't care about talking about it. There's a little thing. There'll be a 4th book that I'll make out of nowhere, and like it all like makes all 3 of the comics like make sense in a way, like the endings, and all 3 of the main characters actually meet up.
Damn.
So that's something I've been wanting to do.
That would be pretty cool.
One of them I hate it when stuff like movies come out and you have like an idea and then the movie comes out and it's like, and it's like, fuck you, man, I had that idea before that.
Did you like fucking read my mind? Fuck you, you stole that from me. I'm the only one who's ever thought of that ever.
Because like one of them, which is the one I want to make first, I don't have a name for it. Actually, one of them, it's funny, I called one of them The Fall.
The Fall.
And I only call it The Fall because it's just named after a Gorillaz album.
Season?
A Gorillaz album I was listening to at the time.
Okay.
But I haven't named this one. But it's about like 100 people, right? Kids, adults, doesn't matter. And they all get kidnapped and brought to this like place where they have no idea where they're brought. But as time goes on, it's like 2 people from each state in America. That's why there's 100. And they all get brought to this place where like their hobbies are their power.
Ooh.
So it's like and I even like kind of thought of it like, oh, it's supposed to be like silly over the top. So like say somebody's like super into FFA. They're like, it'd be like at first it's like powers over like plants and stuff, but as they get stronger and level up, I guess you could call it, tractors will become mech suits.
Holy shit, okay.
So like the main character is like the underdog, of course, and he's just like this like lazy guy who does nothing but plays video games and watches anime, so he's just kind of like an otaku. So everything would be references to video games and anime that he's watched. And of course there's like a balance of it, because like there has to be a skill tree, so like they all have a skill tree.
Right.
And the way you get skill points is, of course, fighting, but also killing other people.
Whoa!
So it's like all the skill points that other person made I mean, you would take theirs.
God damn.
So it's like, and the only way to win, per se, is to beat everyone. So it's kind of like this moral thing of, should I even do this? Because it's like, I'm killing people. But it, of course, I have like a idea of how to like, make it so people can die, but at the same time not die. But at the same time, I kind of want them to die.
Gotta have that impact.
Yeah. So it's like weird. But like at the end, like they find out who brought them there and stuff like that, and it's like the government even becomes involved, but like the government's not actually bad this time. The government actually helps.
What?
Yeah.
No, dude, the government's always bad. You know, conspiracy.
Illuminati.
Next episode. Illuminati.
Dun, 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 dun. Dude, X-Files scared me as a kid.